Good morning. Yes, I'm talking to people. You have reached our Mandala Universes, where we get together every morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And let's see. I'm live. Hold, please. Let me let some folks know that I'm live. I'm live. Okay. Okay, hold on, Lou. I gotta get some. It's very overcast here today. That's a little better, I guess. Yeah. Hey, Amy. Hey, Kathy. How are you doing? Yes. I'm leading from the laptop, and it apparently makes me have to schedule things. So, okay. You want down or you want up? What do you want? Okay. He doesn't have a bed this morning because he did a huge water barf in the bed like 1 minute before 8 o'clock. How is everybody doing this morning? Oh, I was saying we draw mandalas every day. And, gosh, things are backwards and that's odd. They're different all the time from day to day. Just capturing our emotional state in the right here, right now. And we've been doing this practice for over 5 years together every morning. And I'm going to shut that door because Mr. Squeaky is, I can tell, not going to let up. Of course, there's a million things in front of the door. Oh my God. Listen, you got to be cool. I'm feeling a little bit I'm feeling a little bit bummed. Cheryl and I were going to go do yoga together this morning. I'm still going to go, but it's bring a friend for a free day at my gym. And unfortunately, she's not feeling well today. It started yesterday. She feels like she's coming down with something. So I'm sad. I was looking forward to that, but I really do hope that she takes the day to rest and gets, restores herself, lets herself get better. Yeah, so I'm a little bit bummed, but I'm also really glad to be here. This is my first full YouTube live with the group, so I'm excited about that. Trying to figure out any ways to make this more normal, but it's just not. It's weird. Elaine says, so nice to see you this morning, and Kathy says, checking in, proud of myself. I'm happy for you, Kathy. I love that feeling of having done something or been a certain way and feeling proud of yourself. Yeah. And Mama Gina, Regina Thomasauer of the School of the Womanly Arts, she encourages sister bragging, which is really letting yourself brag to your girlfriends and not being like, oh, she's so full of herself or whatever, but just being like, way to go, you. I am so proud of you too. So I love that you shared that with us. Elaine says, it's home projects day and I'm excited for progress. Right on. I did some home projects yesterday. Our back deck is falling off the house. We can no longer use it safely. We can no longer use it. I declared it completely off limits. But when we were taking Louis to the backyard through the alley, he was running up the stairs. So I moved the dog gate from the top of the stairs down to the bottom of the stairs. And then I sanded and put a second coat of varnish on a desktop for Dave. Yeah. Home projects, right? Laura's here. Good morning, Laura. Kathy says she loves the idea of sister bragging. It's good. It's kind of like what you have cultivated on Fridays. Oh, you know what? Here it is. It's Friday. Why don't we do what Kathy normally does and share something that you want to celebrate, that you were able to create, co-create, achieve this week? Can be anything. It could be, I got a certain thing done, or I showed up calmly in a tense situation, or whatever. But just let's get our brag on. Yeah? Kathy's saying, hey, Laura. Amy's feeling a little frantic and ready for grounding, and now annoyed punctuation doesn't work. Punctuation doesn't work. Like you wanted commas in that sentence or something? I don't. It seems to be working except for the final period, but you were able to get a apostrophe in doesn't. Yeah, grounding. We could go ahead and get started with grounding. And maybe as you're grounding, be thinking about something that you want to celebrate about yourself for this week. Amy says, yeah, no commas. Laura is checking in, eager to process and play in my studio. Claudia is saying good morning to me and Louie. And Pamela says, you are so joyful, Michelina, it's contagious. I have gotten, I've gotten a lot of sleep in the last 2 days. Elaine says, I survived hair and nails day with Mom. She gets angry as a hornet with self-care. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man, Elaine. You, I want to brag on you and just be like, you are the most patient, loyal, and accommodating sister and daughter. Wow. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put a dog down for grounding so that I can think. I have to think out loud. And if it feels good to you, just start to come into a place of stillness. A posture that says, I can be calm, I can be spacious, I can feel safe. And if it feels good to you and true for this moment, I invite you to close your eyes. And start to connect your consciousness, your mindfulness to your breath. Just noticing your breath, moving with your breath as you breathe in, fill your lungs, and exhale, emptying your lungs. Really empty, 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 empty. Every last drop. And then taking in a big, beautiful, deep breath. Maybe the deepest breath of the day. I'm starting to really let your breath move the energy in you. Releasing what is not serving your day. Releasing what is not serving your joy, your happiness. You know what that is. Your body knows what that is. Just use your breath to let go. And then choosing, what do I want to fill myself with today? What would truly support my deepest essence, my heart's desires. Peace, focus, expansiveness, calm, confidence, assertiveness, surrender, forgiveness, tranquility. We get to choose, so just breathe in what you choose to feel today, right here, right now. And breathing out anything that wants to get in the way of that, just letting any blockages go. And as you continue breathing and stoking the fire of what you want to feel, I'm going to read some Jaya John. This is from Daughter, Drink This Water. And this is your song. Listen for the song in all living things. A union lives in that music that makes every note your home. Find the sacred song in you. Surrender to the notes. Cradle the song in you. If you nurture it, let it run wild. It will grow and cradle you. Sing and your song will sing you back. Music is self-fulfilling. Music is a requited love. Don't say you can't sing. To some soul, the very sound of you is heaven. Let love be the music you play for the world. Behold every soul dancing to your miraculous song. Sing in the octave of love and watch your whole life become music. Your scattered pieces still know your song. Sing them back to you. By healing, you have a chance to end generations of pain. What a gift. Open it. And then there's a little quote that says, she was told to be quiet, so she sang and sang and sang. Wow, that last part kind of hits home for me. And as you close out your grounding practice, maybe coming back to the space, maybe with something that you want to share, that you feel proud of, that you want to be celebrated by this group of friends who all love and support you. Claudia says, I'm getting dressed after a shower, so listening while I do my morning routine. Kathy says, I wrapped up all but 4 mid-year reviews this week, and it feels so good. And I finished 2 trainings that weren't due until the end of the year. Be gone, procrastinating Kathy. Yay! Susanna is here. Good evening, Susanna. She's just passing by, sending greetings. Amy says, love the ending. Please read again. My pen is ready. Do you mean that she was told to be quiet? I'm going to read that. Hopefully that's it. She was told to be quiet, so she sang and sang and sang. But then there was also sing in the octave of love and watch your whole life become music. Your scattered pieces still know your song. Sing them back to you. By healing, you have a chance to end generations of pain. What a gift. Open it. Good morning, Carol. Carol says, hi there. I had a great visit with friends I don't see often these last 3 days. Joyous. I'm saying hi to everyone. That sounds wonderful, Carol. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Today is August Anemone 22, 2025. And I don't want to jinx anything here, but if people want to lead from their laptop, it seems like you can really create a safer container with the control options that way. I just made crazy lines on mine. Do you ever just do something and you're like, blew it? Yes, big blow it this morning. Carol says, I lead tomorrow trying from my phone for the first time. Wish me luck. Pamela says, since I don't really know how to draw, that's normal for me to goof. Kathy says, I've never seen a Michelina mandala that didn't turn out in the end. Thank you so much, but that just made me laugh because this is just me trying to obscure a really bad, like, 3/4 profile face attempt. Laura says, set a boundary with some family, making peace with it in myself. Laura, that is something to really be proud of, and it's very, very challenging. And I support you in doing what you need to do to protect your energy. Yeah. Yeah. I know for me, setting boundaries always brings up all this, like, am I being a jerk? Am I being unreasonable? Am I being a bad person? Am I, like, it just causes like this huge whiplash of, self-doubt about having done it. But it's like, you wouldn't have done it if it wasn't truly necessary. You would not have done it. So you just I just have to ride that wave of self-doubt, and then eventually I'm like, oh, thank God. Some situation will arise and I'll be like, thank God I set that boundary. Ms. M's here. Greetings, Michelina. It's a good day for a good day. Yes. Yes, it is. She's sending hugs to Laura. Amy says, accepting my current life situation, embracing time with family, Understanding adventure is on the horizon. I love that, Amy. Kind of getting your perspective to where you can enjoy where you are right now. Yeah. Laura says, agreed. Constantly looking for validation for doing it. My husband has been helpful. Yep. Yeah, that validation. But I swear, the most important validation that always happens for me, and it has always happened when I've drawn a boundary, is some incident where it's like, that's exactly why I drew that boundary, and that validates it, and I can let all the self-doubt go. And it'll happen, because when you draw boundaries with people, there's a reason. There is a reason. It's 22 past. Just keeping an eye on the time. Claudia's saying, I'm missing seeing old friends. I bet that was great, Carol. Yeah, Carol, I bet that was awesome. And Dave and I are talking about doing a big East Coast trip next year after his retirement from the school district. Maybe taking like 3 weeks. Go to the East Coast and like meander our way up or down, depending on the time of year. And just seeing like a bunch of folks that we haven't seen in forever because, you know, the bi-coastal thing. But we're both feeling the pull to go to people. I mean, we get to be lazy in a way because people want to come to San Francisco. But you know what? I want to go to Pittsburgh, and I want to go to Charlotte, and I want to go to New York, and I want to go, I don't know, Atlanta. I haven't been, born and raised Atlanta, and I haven't been since 2007. And that was literally for a U-Haul. Just throw some things out, throw some things in, and get back on the road. So, Carol says, Michelina, your laugh makes me laugh. Love it. Good. Oh, a nice emoji, Carol. Pamela says, I struggle with it's all my fault. Any negative stuff, or own their opinions of me. I'm in the midst of that, letting it go, being neutral with my feelings so I can let it all pass. It's hard. It's really hard, especially if you're someone who, in relationship, you give a lot of weight to validation and what that other person thinks of you. And I mean, most of us do that in some way, but for some of us, that was a survival strategy, was to never ruffle someone else's feathers or make sure that you were good enough all the time, you know? And so as adults, it can be so hard to like make a solo move from your own agency and just not be like, with all the doubt. Amy says, also, I totally botched my mandala today too. Ms. M says, hi, Susanna. Pamela says, my botch turned into jellyfish or some floating creatures of the sea. My botch turned into like a cool kind of modern art painting. It reminds me of someone in particular, and I can't think of their name right now. Maybe a little bit of like Paul Klee drawings. Ms. M says, whoo, Elaine, hope not too pinched. Oh, is that from the sisters from the Hot Hornet? Hot Hornet Day, angry as a hornet. And Carol says it was great, Claudia. Kathy says, my mandala is a big, beautiful, wet mess, and it makes me so happy. That's kind of what mine is. It's dripping all over the place. And I actually really love the little scribble squiggles that I did. They're working for me now. So Kathy, you were right. Carol says, do it, M and D. Yeah, the East Coast trip. Amy says, it's so fun to connect with people while traveling. Such a joy to interact with people in their places. It really is, right? That's part of the fun of people coming to visit me is they get to see my life, and I want to go see their lives. Elaine says, Ms. M, there was no pinching to report, but an epic stink eye. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Kathy says, that sounds fantastic. I can't wait until we are retired and can take trips like that. Well, it'll be like a between jobs trip because neither one of us is in a position to retire from work altogether. So Dave's going to be finding new work. He's just retiring from the school system. Since it's collapsing all around him, I am fully in support of that. Ms. M says, I felt like a queen in Charlotte, the Queen City, last month. Yeah, that's where a lot of my soul family lives. And I miss them all so much. And one of my friends there is going through a really hard time health-wise. She got bitten by a tick and is she's got something that's not Lyme disease. It's something different. I can't think of the name, but it's really dragging her over the coals. Amy says, your botches have turned the corner nicely. And Elaine says, yes, mom pinches. I forgot about the pinching. Yeah. Ms. M says, a good scribble day. And Amy says, those ticks carry the worst bacterias. Yeah, what she said sounded like a bacterial infection. But it's just wreaked havoc on her life. And she is the primary income earner for her family, owns and, runs a store, loves doing it, has always loved doing it. And so I think it's really been stressful for her to be forced to slow down and rest and to just feel so terrible. Like she's just always been this super healthy person and has never dealt with anything like this. All right, now I've got, I can't, everything's backwards and my light is in the wrong place. Wait a second. Oh, just for a second there was a glimmer. I put a gold ribbon across it and it's very nice. Laura says, I needed you all today. Thank you for existing. Wow. Yeah. Thank you for existing. Isn't that the greatest compliment? I think that's the best compliment or the best statement of gratitude I've heard in a long time. Thank you for existing. Because, friends, it's not what we do, it's that we are. It's 8:30, holy moly. Well, if you have words and you feel like putting them in the chat will keep on going until people stop commenting. Isn't that so weird? But kind of cool for when the leader totally loses track of time. I think my words are, there's beauty in everything. You can find beauty in everything. Ms. M says, hugs, friends. We carry each other. Yes. Elaine hugs all. Claudia says, it's like your hair. Let's see. Kathy liked the gold. Elaine says, beautiful, Michelina. Pamela says, me too. I felt seen and loved. Yes. Kathy is playing big. Amy is choosing tranquility. And Pamela's words are sing in the octave of love. Isn't that a beautiful line? All right, everybody, big hugs. Big hugs to you all. I'm so glad to be back with you face to face. And have a wonderful, wonderful day, and carry that energy through your day. Protect it. It's yours. You deserve it. Much love. Mwah!